Today is the last Tai Chi class of August, I think. I think it's the last Thursday of August today. So last Tai Chi class too. Last week's class was full of stuff. We started that new form, I guess. Lots of stances that I need to work on that I was a little confused about. So this week I'm gonna try to pay lots of extra attention and figure out what those stances and stance transitions are so that I can practice them better. We had a new warm-up bit in this class. There was some music that went with it that had a voice telling you what you were supposed to do. And it was a set of movements that you went through half a dozen times, and then you moved into the next movement. I think there was probably more to it than warm-up, but again, my Chinese is very limited in Tai Chi class. So we sort of started out with our Tai Chi circle, and then we sort of came in, and then you had to go up, and then bring your hands back down to where you started. And you went up again, and then down back to where you started. That was the first one. There was another one that sort of stepped out, and then you did a block and I don't know what this is called, honestly. It probably has a name, in a horse stance. And then you switched to the other way. I don't remember how, honestly, though. And then back to the first way. I don't remember them particularly well because we only did them as that warm-up. When we're doing form in class and new form, we practice it kind of over and over and over, repeatedly throughout the class. But since this was just a warm-up, we just did it that one time at the beginning. So it's either going to take me a bit of time to pick all of it up, or I'm going to have to try filming that part of class so that I can review it after class and practice it so that I don't forget it. But that was definitely the first one, and that other one was one of the other ones we did. Can't remember the third one though. In this class, I also figured out what that bit of form we did last week was. Turns out what I thought had been the whole form was not the whole form. It was the end of the form. And then the thing that we did after that was the beginning of the form, and then the stuff from last week was the middle of the form. So then in this class, we took all 3 parts and we put them all together into one form, which is the Yang style Tai Chi 28 form. I think 28. I'll have to go double check. I took a picture of all the move names so I can double check to make sure it's 28 and not a different number. Pretty sure it's 28 though. So the part from a couple of weeks ago that started this way that's the first part of the form. And then the middle bit of the form was the part from last week that had the opposite hand on top and came forward. That was the second part. And then the cloud hand part that we learned early on when I first started, this bit that went into here, that's the last part of the form. I'm not going to do the whole form. It's Tai Chi, so it's quite slow, and it'll make this video very long. I will try to film the form by itself and upload that as a separate video. Once I've done that, I will come back to this video and I will put a link to it up top and down in the comments. But for the time being, it was the parts of the forms that I filmed in previous videos, but all put together. Biggest problem I had in this class was transitions between those 3 parts, because we learned all 3 parts as sort of like beginning a new form. So we learned each part like from like the beginning bit, like as a move 1, like with that beginning Tai Chi move. But obviously, since it's all one form, there's only going to be that beginning Tai Chi move once, which means that there were a couple of transitions between the moves that I had a little bit of trouble picking up. I was trying to remember each of the pieces, first and second piece. I hadn't practiced as much as the third piece, so I was trying to remember them and pick up the new bits of transition between them, and I was having a little bit of trouble. Hopefully another week or 2 of practicing the form will clean that up, but this class, definitely struggling with it, which means I've got to try figuring out both the whole form as a single unit and those new warm-ups. So I have plenty to do for Tai Chi right now. Pick all of it up, or I'm going to have to try filming that part of class so that I can review back to it. Review back to it? That doesn't make sense.